Hey, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are all having a great week so far. I'm going to play this intro and we are going to give you guys some options of what we can discuss. Shyster, I forgot to text you, Revival, and tell you I was going live. Sorry, guys. I have been crazy busy the last couple days, so I have not seen you guys like normal. And tonight we're in my bedroom because my camera's going to go off and I'm going to sit here in comfort and hang out with you guys. And we're going to see where it goes. Okay, so I was specifically asked to review a certain creator. I don't know who this person is until the last couple days after you guys told me about it in my members only live. So here's your options. I need a 1 or a 2. Do you want the Dream Team panel from, let me tell you, 2 days ago? That's got some of the misfits of all misfits on this street. Or do you want John QQ, his own stream from yesterday? Do you want the Dream Team, which consists of Spanky, Cher, BJ, John QQ, some other disasters? Or do you want just the John QQ? You guys tell me what you prefer. 1 is the Dream Team. That's what they call themselves. It's quite embarrassing. However, okay. 1 is the Dream Team. 2 is, you want the Dream Team. 2 is John QQ by himself. I suffered through the John QQ by himself today. I about fell asleep. It's insufferable. It's look at their body. Watch their breathing. Oh, and he opens it up with total misleading, comparing Chris and Katie to the absolute worst Stephen Stearns. He plays their interviews first. Okay. Yeah, chapped. I don't know who this is. So you guys are, Peg, you're outnumbered today. Okay. So we're going to go to the Dream Team. So again, this is all new to me. I know some of these creators. I know the misinformation they're pushing. I know where we're headed. So we're going to go into what they call themselves of the Dream Team. Hello, everybody coming in too. Thank you for joining me. I'm not going to keep up tonight because this girl is tired. I have spent so much time on the phone in the last 2 days, and I am not a phone talker. If you know me, I'm not a phone talker at all. Hey, Janice. Hey, Mal. Hey, Duchess, Music City Mom, Terry Dean, Lil Mama, Rondi, Gina, A One-Way Street, Rapunzel, Gotcha, Shally, Lucky, Angel, Kathy, Liz, Revival, Claus. It's good to see you. Smiles. I gotta text you back. Oh my God. So sorry, you guys. Kelly B, Place to Be. Mystic Butterfly, Peg, Misty Day, Angel, Lucky, ALP, Carrie, Cole, Kimberly Joe, Chapped, Jules, Eeyore, Mimi of 8, TK, and I'm hoping it's a small group of us tonight because then we can chat. I prefer, like, I don't like when it gets crazy like that. Hey, LFT, Banana Pug, I'm really are you kidding me, Chapped? Teresa, hello. Dark versus Light, Jaguars Hooligan, Juju B, Tori, Diana, Mama. Okay, let's just get into it then. If this is where we're going, this is where we're going. If this is what we're doing, we're going to do this. Okay. So this is from Spanky's channel the other night. We're going to review it together. This is 4.5 hours long. And if you know Spanky, he's the melatonin, the Valium of YouTube, in my opinion. He can put anybody to sleep because he's so freaking boring. Oh, Kathleen, thank you so much. That was really sweet. Oh, to me? Chapped? To me? Did you just send something? Hold on. If you did, let me just transfer it over. What'd you send it to? Or did you send it to her? Okay, you must have sent it to her because on my payment apps, I don't have anything. So I'm assuming you sent it to her. Okay, good. Good. Because if you sent anything to me, I'm not seeing it. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing. Okay, we're good. We're good. Perfect. I was like, hold on. She has a Cash App, Chapped, that she made public too, just so you know. Okay, I don't know who this creator is. Hey, Andy. Hey, Kara. Okay, to my PayPal, Chapped, because if you sent it to me, I don't. Oh, I just got it. Okay, I got it. Let me transfer. Let me transfer it right quick. Hold on. Let me do that before I get started, before I forget. Okay, let me add money here. Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me forward things over here. Let me go to here, to here. Got it. I'll text you your receipt, Chapped. Okay, done. Okay, here you go. Let me text you that receipt just because y'all know me and my crazy weirdness about making sure everything is done on time. Here you go. I gotcha. Okay, texted, done. All right, we're good. Okay, let's get going. Sorry, guys. Got to take care of business and help my girls out here get everything situated. So I'll speed him. I'll put him down 1.5. Okay, and let me address a bunch of other stuff, y'all. I'm doing this because I'm avoiding the other stuff right now, and there's reasons for it. And if you know me, you know that I have a lot to say. T-Rev being exposed, nothing new. Hidden True Crime, which is Lauren and Dr. Matthias, actually had the hoaxer from the Brian Koberger T-Rev call-in on their show a long time ago and exposed that. I've known that the calls were staged. It was very obvious. However, there is proof of it now. I get that from other angles. But there's some creators around us that are doing some of the most shady shit that I could ever imagine right now. And in order for me not to just burn this whole fucking app to the ground, I'm remaining silent, keeping my nose in the ground, and doing what I normally do and doing what I do best. And that is reviewing people's own words and correcting misinformation. Misinformation correcting doesn't come with including. Let me give you a class right quick for those of you creators who think you're correcting misinformation. Misinformation does not come with including and putting more shit into the very cases that you're trying to correct. You don't do the same things that the people that you're calling out do. You cannot walk in the same lanes, in the same arena as those people. You have no place in this misinformation correcting period if you do the same fuckery and condone the same fuckery. Sorry, it is what it is. I'm very proud to say I'm one of the very few channels that does things the way I do it and have stuck to it all along, but it's gross. There's no place in this arena, especially when you are advocating for victims and their rights. And yes, I said advocating. I'm not an advocate. Don't get it confused. I advocate in my real life, like I tell you guys all the time, but you cannot do the same things that people are doing. I don't give a shit how connected you are. I don't give a shit any of it. It's disgusting. There's no place for it. And it makes everybody that does this look terrible. I have Oh, yes. LFT. Yep. Hidden True Crime. People should watch that. That guy, they had the guy on the hoaxer on their channel. So there's just a lot of shit going on, and I am not okay with any of it. And in order for me not to offend a lot of people, because I have a tendency of doing that because I'm way too honest for a lot of people. But in order for me to focus where I need to be, which is correcting misinformation and progress for the victims and how harmful this stuff is, I stay here. Trust and believe that things are coming out and people are seeing exactly what I'm talking about, and I will never be okay with it. I am just sickened. I'm disgusted by human beings that call themselves misinformation correctors. You're not. You're part of the problem, not the solution. But hey, okay. This is all under fair use. This is about to form the dream team, whatever it is. And here is the lovely Ben George.
Stuff all the time. But yes, it was Chris, allegedly Katie, and whoever on the 911.
Hey, Christina.
Hey, Bama. Hey, everyone. Better late than never. Thank you for having us.
Hey, Bama.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody.
Chico, did you get my thing from chat?
I mean, Chris. So.
Hey, Cher.
Hey, Brittany.
Tonight.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. Sorry I'm late. I tried to hurry.
Sorry.
I have
Thank you. I got you. So
this is 2 times speed. If it gets too fast, let me know. But I'm seriously trying not to fall asleep on you guys, so we got to go fast. I don't know who this Looking Glass tarot card reader is. Up in the right hand, well, I guess could be your left hand corner. Voices Behind the Wall, Brittany J, and so far the Looking Glass Tarot and Spanky.
Any thoughts, ladies, gentlemen, on that?
I have a question.
Okay.
So in re-looking at things, because I know the whole flashlight video and the garbage truck thing is like very, I just want to know if I'm making this make sense now. Is it 2 separate situations and times altogether? Because I'm sorry, I don't think the garbage truck is going by at 03 something. Okay, it's 2 separate events.
2 separate events.
Okay,
so
thank you. Now I can make more sense of this. Okay.
Yeah, I have spoken with people in that neighborhood and all of that, and I can tell you that the video that shows the flashlights video, that is around approximately the 3 o'clock-ish, 3:30-ish. Okay. Now the timer was broke, but they estimated approximately what time it was. Now she said, you fast forward that video.
Wait, hold the fuck up. Hold up. I just missed that because I was texting. Hold on. I want to hear that in slow speed. It's too fast. Okay. Now that they're actually talking, let's go.
Yep.
2 separate events.
Okay,
so
thank you. Now I can make more sense of this. Okay.
Yeah. I have spoken with people in that neighborhood and all of that. And I can tell you that the video that shows the flashlights video, that is around approximately the 3 o'clock-ish, 3:30-ish. Okay. Now the timer was broke, but they estimated approximately what time it was. Now she said, you fast forward that video and you have to fast forward a long time. And then you see the trash truck come in, and the trash truck starts at the beginning of the road about 5 a.m. and then works its way up. And then you see the trash truck go by, and then you fast forward a little bit later, and then you see the school bus go by, and then you can see, I guess, the trash truck.
Wait, did he just say that the trash truck entered the neighborhood about 5 a.m.? Oh, interesting. Okay.
Turn around because it's a cul-de-sac and go up the hill. And then after you see the trash truck go up, that is when you see Katie go out, leave the neighborhood, and a little bit later come back in and go to
Rondi. I've heard a lot about her over the years. Honestly, since year and a half since I've been on this app, almost 2 years. At the end of this month, 2 years. I've heard a lot. I have not paid attention. I find it fucking hysterical though that Spanky and her are on panel together after Georgia in November of last year because they were going head to head and hated each other. And this is one of the reasons Molly and him fell out, is because he hangs out with Molly. I find it hysterical.
Her house, right? She's going to her house. And then right after that, a little bit later, you see police officers. But so, for instance, this video, let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe. They wanted us to believe that this was, before. And to be fair, law enforcement never said this was a trash truck, but Seth said that the TBI was showing him how there was a trash truck. This is not a trash truck.
And we're just, again, taking him at his word, right? Because he's been so factual about anything in this case this far. Hold on, Kiki wants it. Priorities, people. Kiki is needing attention. Kiki has entered the building.
Right. This is it.
If they don't put these fucking videos down with the lights and trying to make something into nothing,
See,
I'm gonna lose my.
This is something. This is the corner they're driving.
Yeah.
Stuff. And then if you'll see over top of this here in a second, a light is going to, someone's going to turn on their headlights. See that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
BHB went out there, and the funny thing is BHB even says that it's trees and lights. That's what she says. That's what BHB even says. You know, their ex-buddy over there. We're going to crack the case watching this, you guys. Bear with me. We are about to be smarter than the FBI, the TBI, the Secret Service, the National Security Association, NASA, NSA, TBA. I don't fucking know what the WTF. We're smarter than them all, okay? Since everybody thinks I'm so much smarter than all of you. This is the Dream Team who is going to crack the case. I need to retitle this to the Dream Team. And by the way, the Dream Team is doing a follow-up tonight of their shenanigans.
it's off. Now, why is someone out there on the entrance of the road? Now,
Yes.
we do not have this entire full video. The only people that has this entire full video is law enforcement and the neighbor that has this. Now,
and we're going to continue to try and make something it's not out of this photo, okay? All right, everybody in my Valley Girl voice is fucking out because the brain cells have already thrown themselves at every fucking wall around me.
why is someone out here on the corner, right? But from what I hear, the flashlights eventually come up, right? And they're around the car for just a little bit, very, very short. And then you see one flashlight going off, back, running back, not walking back, running back. You can tell that they're running. And whoever is in this car they back up and head out of.
No way. They did not. By the way, if you know, you know. This is going to be one of these kind of nights right here. So buckle up, bitches, because we're headed down the road. Safety first. The Dream Team is in the house.
The housing development.
Who
Right.
originally said it was a trash truck?
No, I don't know how it originally started as a trash truck.
Because there is a trash truck. It's just much later in the morning, more like around 6 something, right? Or 5 something.
5 something, yeah.
I believe Seth originally said that, you guys.
That's
Well-
what I thought, Brittany. I thought I heard it from Seth as well.
Seth.
Oh
did-
my God, listen. Oh, this is going to be fucking painful. Oh, I don't know if we can do this or not. You guys suck talking me into this.
say it as well, but there was some speculation even before. I don't know how it.
Yeah, I think it was something. I think Seth was sharing how it was explained to him.
It was
Yeah.
Chris that said it was a trash truck. It was
Oh,
Chris.
wow.
It's a
Okay.
truck.
What? Oh, okay.
And then that's when Seth went to TBI and they explained to him how it, could have been a trash truck. But law enforcement has never said it's a trash truck. John, good to see you.
Oh, I was about to tell you, did you get it,
Hey,
John?
John.
Did you get the link I emailed you, or did somebody else send it to you?
All right, so this is the guy I'm not familiar with that just joined the Dream Team. I have no clue who this person is, but we will see.
I hope you got the one I emailed you. I just now saw it.
I just got it. I had actually emailed Justin, but I knew once he got busy on the screen, he wasn't going to see my email.
And John, I was trying to Facebook message you, so I'm probably in your spam folder.
Hope everybody's doing good.
Good, John. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for posting my name. I'm like, okay.
I was like, I'll post this thing. He'll see it.
Yay, another one to join the team to spread misinformation and drive the wrong narratives home. Well, there is still a 15-year-old missing child. By the way, the child that they're discussing that they can't ever talk about because it's all about sensationalizing information to paint a narrative against Chris and Katie, that child is still missing. He is 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers from Hendersonville, Tennessee. But it seems like creators are out here playing pissing games, you know, the ones that call themselves true crime, that usually attempt to bring awareness to shit. They're out here doing the most, per usual, acting foolish, and he's still missing. Instead, they want to continue to look at videos of lights that mean absolutely nothing because they're looking at a pixelated little tiny section of a bigger video. Anywho, carrying on.
Jump up if he wants to, and if he doesn't, he won't. So
Yeah, good call.
I would have
Yeah.
put, I did, Tammy was joining us. I apologize, Tammy. I put your name. I'll try to fix it.
Oh no,
He's talking fast.
But,
go ahead.
I appreciate the invitation.
of course, of course. True Sleuth, thank you. Justin, who told Seth that the flashlight video was a trash truck? Did law enforcement show him the later part of the video where there is a trash truck or the video of the flashlights? If law enforcement showed Seth just the trash truck,
Okay, that's fucking pure torture. That is pure torture. That's regular speed. And tomorrow, y'all, I look in the mirror every day and I tell myself I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people love me. Ever since I came on this app, Justin reminds me of Stuart Smalley. Sorry.
opinion sketchy. Fair point. And he explains it more on Pascal, how he says something to the effect that law enforcement like shows the videos being aligned. But listen,
Am I'm smoking during this even? That's how bad it is. We're going to speed it up. The volume of YouTube is here.
I've talked to the neighbors here. They said it's clear as day this is not the trash truck. They said the trash truck comes a long time after this car leaves. And this car, there are individuals you can tell that is around it. One individual goes running back. The person, whoever's in the car, backs up on Kellen Drive and then heads out of the development.
What date and time is this video?
So this would be February 26th around 3 to 3:30 in the morning.
Does this have a timestamp?
So the time, you know how it is, John, in all these cases, the clock was broke.
Okay, I was waiting for the.
Why are we all like thinking Mad TV and SNL skit here? Because that's exactly what it feels like we're watching, is an SNL skit of this is true crime. Like, what is happening?
The clock was broken.
Yep, it was
Excuse, okay.
stuck. Yep.
The clock was stuck, and it really was stuck. And it's so, you know, it's always something, right?
Mhm.
It's always something. Yeah, you can type in caps. Missed it.
Is this the one with the floating lights in the dark?
Yes, yes,
The floating lights. The floating lights in the darkness.
yes. Oh, let me see if I can find a better video of the floating lights. I might have it here. Let me see if I got it.
Did you add dramatic music to it? Dur, 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 dur.
And I wanted to say hello to the chat. I saw a couple of people say, "Hi, John. Hi, John." Much love to everybody. Because that indicated to me, if you got floating lights in the dark,
Mhm.
especially, what is this, February 26th, 25th, 26th?
Yeah, February 25th. Going. Yeah.
Okay, so we're in February.
Mhm.
This is 3-something at night, you said?
Yeah, about 3 to 3:30 in the morning. Yes.
Okay.
Hold on.
So we're in winter.
Yes.
What is the
Yes.
temperature for this particular day or morning?
It's starting to get warmer. I mean, it's cold, but so I'll just say
Oh my God. Are you fucking joking, Justin? Like this can't be real life. Somebody's punking us because he has covered this case daily, multiple times a day for months on end. And he still doesn't know what the temperature was even during the day. Even Seth told us and corrected Miss Brittany the other day. Like, what are you guys doing? Here, let's put some music on. Oh, this one's called Feeling Sleazy. Maybe this will work. Oh, sounds like Inspector Hector. Let's see. Which one do we want? Like we're watching an episode of Tom and Jerry. Oh, this one's perfect. This is like the Pink Panther shit. Okay, let's let them be the sleuths they are. Here we go. We're gonna solve the case.
Andy, because the chat's going to go wild when I say this. If I say if it's 28, they're going to say 28, and if I say 55, they're going to say no, it's 55. So I'm going to say anywhere from 26 degrees to 55 degrees, somewhere between there.
Okay.
That was
26
perfect, Justin. I was waiting to see how Justin was going to answer that. Because it's honestly, John, I was corrected.
She was waiting to see how he was going to answer it because she's answered it 5,000 times by this point in time and has gotten it wrong every time. Even Seth corrected her finally. Okay, go on.
By Seth last night, but me and my mods have looked ourselves, and there's a huge point of contention between 28 and 50 degrees. Some people, and if you go look, I think it says like,
Oh my God.
20, does it say 20? I can't remember if it's 28 degrees on the night of the 26th or the
You guys need me to find that spot in that video where Seth corrects her on the temperature.
25th. And I think that's where people get it, confused.
Yes.
Because Sebastian,
Is there any way we could actually find out online as of that date?
What's so funny is my chat can tell them all these things. Like, you guys are as highly informed about this story as more than me at times. This is wild. Spanx instead of spanking. Art of glass half full. That's great.
What the temperature was at this location? What is this, Hendersonville?
Yeah, I've looked at different websites and they say different things.
same, Justin, same.
So
It's insanity.
So they just, because websites say different things, they just pick a different temperature every time they go live to answer the same question.
but yeah, I'll look.
Oh,
Yeah, because I'm thinking,
get it right.
wait a minute, there is no way in the world that child walked out that house.
And
No shoes on.
Oh, you guys, and they're teaching this creator at the bottom. They're, I guess, teaching and helping him get started covering this case. Since the Dream Team panel here you're witnessing, now he has done a panel himself. I told you about that in the beginning. And they're doing another Dream Team meeting tonight to catch him up on their salacious speculation.
It's cold as you know what outside. And that doesn't make any sense. So that tells me he didn't walk out that door.
Oh,
Well,
really?
even at 50 degrees, John, wouldn't you argue?
Then what happened here, sir? If he didn't walk out the door, what happened? I mean, I already know the narrative that you've been attempting to push. And the funny thing is there's so many different options. But okay, we're going to go with your guys' complete off the chain narrative.
Or any of you guys, 50 degrees is still cold.
that's
Yeah.
cold, yeah. And I have a question.
50 degrees is cold. Oh my God. I should leave the helmet on because I have a feeling my brain is going to schmuck out of my head at this point.
So she sent him to bed at 9. She heard the thud at 10. She didn't check on him, but
Sheila 2 days ago. Sorry. Hold on. Let me show you exact date. You guys are amazing. This is from Clutch Them Pearls on June 30th. Sorry, I didn't see that. I just looked up. This is
did she say she called out to him and she heard him reply to her? Yes, ma'am.
Only
Yes.
in one of the.
So allegedly she heard him at 10 p.m., but she didn't put eyes on him though.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I don't know nothing about the gentleman in the corner, just so everybody is aware. This was requested of me to review this gentleman. I know nothing about this gentleman. Danielle, but that's some people. I grew up in Montana and North Dakota, so it's like freaking frigid there. It's truly like United States, Antarctica in North Dakota. It's no joke. Like the wind blows in the winter, it's hell. So to hear somebody say that 50 degrees, 50 below is cold with the wind chill, like that's cold. But I guess some people aren't acclimated. I would probably be freezing in 50 now. Okay.
Why did she say he walked out the door?
I don't know.
she says, I don't know why he walked out that door.
Oh, and the other part before I read Danielle's comment, I don't know who this person is. This was specifically requested of me because somebody couldn't watch it on their own without having moral support. So that's why we're reviewing it.
I mean,
That's what she said. She didn't. So she never said that someone broke in and took him.
Nope.
Never.
So he apparently walked out on his own,
No.
just with no shoes.
And had a flashlight.
And his
Okay.
glasses. And his glasses, right?
No coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so he's got his glasses. He's got a flashlight. It's 6 a.m. Do we have the sun coming up? Is there some kind of sunlight outside at about that time?
I think so. If I recall, I can check the.
You figure who would take a flashlight out in the morning if it's daylight?
Mm-hmm.
See, those two pieces are not making sense to me. No shoes, but cold outside.
Well, and it's like
His
that.
jacket wasn't missing. His boot wasn't missing. His shoes were there, but you figure if it's cold out, nothing else is missing but him,
Well-
the glasses, and flashlight.
But hold on though, the flashlight. because to me, I think this is pivotal. It's a mini keychain flashlight, which I've always been just kind of, radical.
Can we get a round of applause in the chat for Brittany? Pivotal is a big word for her. That is a really big word. Somebody got her a dictionary and she's using it. Good job, girl.
About that, because how would you realize it? How did you notice a keychain is missing?
I didn't realize that. I think you said that before, and I keep forgetting.
Oh,
And then just a few days later, this video comes out that we see some little itty bitty flashlights. So Ben George, thank you so much. Trash truck backup at the end of the road, last stop. Headlights on cars don't float around, nor would you know what that means? Nay light affixed to the truck to aid sanitation workers float. Exactly. The lights don't float and they don't.
Okay, why the fuck does he have to read like this? He sounds like he's trying to be like a Google voice simulator. And trash trucks back up at the end of the road. / last stop, period, space. Headlights on cars don't float around. That's what that sounds like. I'm not torturing you guys anymore.
Don't move in like a zigzag pattern. And they also don't move in the middle of people's yard. There wouldn't be a trash truck in the middle of people's yard either. Exactly. Is that
No shit, but there's trees and lights and reflections.
what they are saying? Virtually, yes. Here, let me just show you guys. Hey, man, good to
How
see
long
you.
was the headlights on
Metal.
for?
Text.
So we don't know because we don't have the entire video. Law enforcement and the neighbors have the entire video. This was never supposed to be leaked.
Right.
So I can tell you, this was given to law enforcement, and the owner of the property showed it to her best friend, and she told her not to give it to anyone. And I knew this for a fact. And the best friend said, "Oh, I'll never do that." Well, it landed in Nick Barris's hands. I'll say that. It did not directly. This video did not directly come from the homeowners. It came from the friend, and that's how Nick got a hold of it.
This video here?
Yes, this video. This is the flashlights. Let me see if I can get it to where Nick talks about it. Hold on.
Are you controlling the zoom on this?
No.
Oh, I do remember that. Someone in chat said that according to Seth, the little flashlight didn't work. It was just one of Sebastian's fidgets. I vaguely remember that too. Him saying that the little flashlight didn't work.
Right.
that makes sense because those little flashlights, you can't really see in the dark with those things all that well.
Right. It's just like a little novelty gift. It's not really intended for that purpose. I don't know. That's always been very.
It's made to, like, when you can't see your.
Exactly. That's why this is all ridiculous that you guys continue to go over it and make it into something it's not, because this is just such bullshit. And this is a tiny little section of a bigger video. This is just frustrating that they continue to do this with the lights. Move on. Move on. Okay. Leave the lights alone. Let's go on a theory of if he did walk out, because that's what law enforcement has led us to know. At this point in time, there's no evidence for anything else besides him walking out the front door. So let's go on to the next stage, the next theory. Let's say he got out of the neighborhood. Let's use common sense here, people, and put logical theories if you're going to do this. This isn't even...
Your
Danielle, I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're attempting to do or bait here or what's going on, but that's not what we're talking about. I'm unfortunate that ever happened to begin with. I just don't know what's going on in the conversation. So if I'm missing something, please let me know. But if this is I don't know if you're going at somebody in the chat and having this conversation about something. I'm not seeing that. Nobody is doing that. I don't know.
Keyhole at night or whatever, and you need your key in or something. That's what it's made for.
Yeah.
It's nothing. So this is Nick Barris from News Channel 5, and this is what he says.
Sometime overnight,
Let's see.
with a flashlight, learn what happened to that teen with autism. People near Sebastian's home the night his parents say he disappeared.
Yeah, those words, that's what I just found out, by the way, that this has been a constant in other people's chats today. So, okay, perfect. Revival, exactly what you said. Do please. Oh, wait, I can see her. Hold on. I got it right here. Thank you, guys. I didn't see those things, but we're just going to get rid of it. Those are blocked words in here. So it seemed odd to me. And then that's why I was yelled at Revival. Text.
Here. The video you're about to see is from early Monday morning, February 26th, around 3:10 a.m. Now, there are no street lights in the Stafford Court neighborhood, so it is at night, pitch black. What you will see here are these 2 points of light believed to be people with flashlights in the area around Sebastian Rogers' Hendersonville home. It is believed Sebastian...
Yeah, we don't stand for any of that stuff. There will be no use of those terms in here. They are on the blocked list for a reason. I do not put up with that. Not at all. That we're not doing that shit. We're not baiting those conversations. I have no fucking clue. But mods, you guys know. You guys have free reign. If it even remotely makes you uncomfortable or you think that the chat would, you handle it. And I know you guys have thick skin, so I trust everything. Thank you guys so much.
Left his home barefoot and with a flashlight sometime overnight. Since his disappearance, authorities have reviewed security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues. We've had several clips that have come in, and this one is getting the most attention, showing signs of activity around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. You see two light sources, which we've circled to help you follow. For point of reference, the security camera was pointed toward the back of Sebastian's home in a common area. In the video, you see subject 1 with a light source in the lower right-hand corner. Then you see subject 2 briefly appear and move toward the first before that light.
And this really, in my opinion, created chaos with Nick Barris doing this. Now, granted, this could be his opinion. This could, turn out to be a part of another video. Like, we don't know. But this created a shitstorm in this case, in my opinion. And it's unfortunate.
Light source is covered or obscured by bushes. Subject 1, a few seconds later, then moves out of frame. Then, subject 2 reappears and follows subject 1 off screen. It's a short time later, and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it. I know, there's not much to see here. You certainly cannot identify anyone, but those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact that there is now evidence that someone is in the area around Sebastian's home is significant. This video shows suspicious activity in the immediate area the night Sebastian disappeared. Could one of these subjects have been Sebastian? Did he meet and leave with someone? Sebastian's father says his son would not go with a stranger.
It's up in the air for me because I don't think he would get into a vehicle with somebody unless he knew them.
So what exactly are we seeing here? I know investigators are doing what they can to try enhancing the video for any more clues. For now, this video is now part of the Sebastian Rogers missing person file, and I'm told it could become more significant depending on where the ongoing investigation leads. We'll be following that. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Okay, so now we've got another Dream Team member joining the 6. Now there's 6 of them. Yes, my eyes are not deceiving me. Oh, fuck. We've got another psychic in the house. Spirit Seeker Squad, who makes her own tarot decks for these cases. I mean, that seems genuine and all. When you make the deck, you can kind of stack the deck, right? When you're short of a deck.
Okay. So what do you think about that?
I have questions.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Is that the only...
Not even joking. She genuinely made her own deck of tarot cards to do a reading on this case.
Yeah, man.
It is not a joke. I'm not pulling shit out my ass. She is on the list of 60 plus psychics.
Clip of that video that we have is what we just saw?
Yes.
Because I'd like to know if it's zoomed in, if it's sped up or slowed down, all of that.
Zoomed in into a very specific...
Christina, if he has the upgraded package, he can put up to 10 of them on there. Lucky us, huh? Who else could be?
Part of the video.
Right.
Hold on one second. I need to fix something.
I'm blown away that they would even try to pass this off as a trash truck.
Y'all, before I forget, hold on. I got to say something right quick because I'm not going to get into what yesterday consisted of, but I want to be serious for a moment. I am laughing and making jokes tonight about what we're watching because it's gotten to the point where these creators are literally doing anything and saying anything. And I'm trying to lighten the mood because the last 2 streams I did were so emotionally taxing and draining. And I can't imagine how this family feels. I can't even imagine for a day attempt to put myself in their shoes because they're living this. We're watching replays of some bits and pieces and glimpses into the harassment, the stalking, the slander, the defamation that people have done to this family. This is nothing funny. There is nothing funny about what people have done to this family. And let me be very clear. I mentally have to kind of lighten the mood. I still won't find what anything has been done with the sexualization, any of that stuff funny. There's no place in that for this. This is a missing child who deserves respect, dignity, and people to stop making the worst case possible. Sebastian is missing. There is nothing funny about what these people are doing. It is emotionally draining for all of us to try and correct misinformation. And we did this because we care, not because we owe them anything, but victims deserve better. This family doesn't deserve this. We have a justice system in America for a reason. It is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law for a fucking reason. We have the Innocence Project for a reason. You are fucking with an active missing child case. And you think it's fucking funny. Content, right? It's content. Some of y'all make me fucking sick because you'll come out here, flip flop, throw shit at the wall, change up things. This is a family at their worst moments. We watched a father who we have all attempted to give grace sexualize his own child by doing horrendous shit with his child's photo. You can think it's dark humor and it's adult humor. It's not. That is re-victimization of a sexual assault victim. There is nothing funny about this. There has been allegations made against Christopher Proudfoot that are life-ending for people. That are the source is the bio father of the missing child, who they were at one time attempting to work together for the benefit of the child, who has helped him to have a better life for his child. This isn't a joke. And I'm exhausted from seeing creators think that this is fun and games. This shit matters to me because my friends, my family, my community is affected by people like this who destroy victims' life for fun and YouTube content to make a paycheck. People I care about are affected by this clown circus. The misinformation is harmful to victims in their cases. There is nothing that can be said that should be taken lightly about that. Our justice system is so fucked up and needs overhauled. And we have a whole industry of profiting off of pain. You know, the crazy thing is I could care less how much Brittany J makes. I mean, to use this as an example, $4,000 in this economy isn't very much to support a family. I'm glad she's making some money to support her family. However, it really says a lot about you that you have to sell your soul to exploit victims at their worst times in their life to provide for your family. And you can go to bed at night and think that you're doing something. It is disgusting to know that people are okay with this, that this is being condoned. Games are being played. People's lives are at risk. Well, a lot of people sit out here and make content out of it, and, you know, they dabble on this side, or this person's so bad. There's a real family that is at the end of this, that is living this. There is minor children that are in danger because of the games that YouTube creators are playing on this fucking app for content. Clicks and views. T-Rev is a disgusting piece of shit that's been setting up calls for a long time. There's no shock behind that. He just got outed with some, once again, he was outed by Hidden True Crime for the Brian Koberger shit. They did a whole segment. They brought the guy in that called on that. That guy even said T-Rev was a fuck up. It's been out here. People refuse to see what happens to these victims. Look at Zap Girl for an example. Look what she did to Gannon. And she moved right along and people just brushed it over like it was no big deal, right? No big deal. selling autopsy photos of a deceased minor child. That's where this has came to. And as a society, look around. Look at how many people are okay with this. That should scare every one of you, because any one of us could be in those shoes as this family. Any one of us. It's my biggest fear. So please don't take me laughing and cracking jokes tonight, as I don't feel that this is serious. I'm doing what I can do to help in my own way. This is the only thing I know how to do to even remotely give some peace and dignity to the family that's suffering. And at the end of the day, everything out here in this case is being done under Sebastian's name. So if you can look at yourself at the end of the day and know that what you put out there being attached to his name is on the up and up, and you would want done to you and your children. And Brittany J, if you delete that live stream, I got the last 30 minutes of it, you fucking stupid bitch. That's all I'm going to say about you. You dumb fucking stupid bitch. You'll never get it because you choose to be fucking intentionally ignorant. I think before creators bring somebody on their panel, they should vet them. Kind of like if you claim to be a friend of one of them, yeah, you just had Uncle Taco on your show with Seth. Come on, ma'am. You just are, I don't even know, ma'am. Like you, I don't know if there's anything that can help you. Truly. Like you don't get it. I review your content and the stupid shit that you say about this case and how ignorant it is and how harmful it is to these victims. You review me, reviewing you. You allowed, again, transphobia comments in your chat. People calling me a dude doesn't offend me, offends an entire community, which you have to sit with that. I don't. Your mods allow it. Okay, again, don't give a fuck. You come back at me. You don't even have anything to correct or say. You just have a personal dislike because I'm pointing out your misinformation. You shouldn't worry about me. You should worry about the 100 fucking people that you fucked over on this app and took advantage of. I'm just highlighting the shit you do in active time. You've been putting people through hell on this app for a long fucking time. And what's crazy is they're not even the victims of these cases. And you've put them through hell. There's actual victims. And I'm not trying to diminish any of you guys. Please don't take it that way. But she does this to families. Kylie Rodney's family. I guess when you have no problem fucking everybody over around you, you just carry on, right? It's a paycheck. Gotta make it. Don't be mad because I'm just good at what I do. No, you're grimy. You ain't good at what you do. If you mean good at dry bagging, playing a victim, yeah, ma'am, you got that down pat. Wonderful. Life goal achieved. Anywho, there's nothing I find funny about any of this. So please don't take me having some humor tonight about this mensa fucking panel that I don't care. I am disgusted by humans and other adults that pretend to care about the victims. Meanwhile, going around and doing the most and offending all sorts of people. Like I'm having a hard time reconciling a lot of shit right now. But at the end of the day, there is a family at the end of this, and these people don't fucking care. And a lot of them, Justin doesn't need to do this for money. That's not Justin's intent. Justin has money. He's talked about it and flaunted it before, which is great. I'm glad that he's successful in life. But think about this. He chose this hobby of making up salacious rumors and gossip about people going through their worst moments. That tells you who he is. He doesn't even need the money. This is fun for him. And yes, I call this a hobby. But at least my hobby is not about kicking victims at their lowest time. Some of you might think that because I've been honest about Seth. If honesty is kicking somebody, then Lord forbid. Y'all are out here just making shit up about this family. I'm using his own words to tell you and show you the confusion and chaos that he's intentionally caused while his own son is missing. And it's not just about him. It's about respect for Sebastian, who has been exploited repeatedly. So let's get back to it. I'm off my fucking soapbox now, okay? Put it away. Thank you for listening to the TED Talk.
When the two lights, okay, first of all, a trash truck has a 2511 lights on it. There's a bunch of lights on a trash truck. They're not going to be that vague and dull, and they're certainly not going to go in opposite directions and be that far apart. Like, how
But the trash truck is at a whole different time, though, Brittany, is what I'm finding out for myself today. Is that so? That's like hours later.
Spivey, I don't know if you caught my live the other day in the beginning of it or not, but if you didn't, I just wanted to tell you thank you again.
Right?
Yeah, which also aligns with what
Like
Bobby
5:30ish for the trash truck.
Well, and that guy said too that the camera was pointed to a common area.
Yes,
Like it wasn't pointed out at the street.
It's between. Oh my God, Justin probably won't show it, but if you see that where
Sapphire and he should want to, and you know what the sad thing is if these creators gave a shit about Seth, they would reel him in. If they gave a shit about Seth, they know the optics of what he's doing is going to bring in the views and the clicks, but they know it's also going to damage him in the end. They've seen it happen time and time again. They've done it time and time again where they flip-flop on these creators. When him and BJ fall out, the accusations that are going to be made are going to be damaging to both of them. And it's sad, but we know it's going to happen. But if they gave a shit at all, they would reel this in. They would give the advice of don't do this. Don't do this. If they actually cared about the victims or Seth, and they don't. And that's the sad thing. People don't care. They just want content and views. And yes, he's a grown adult, but they have the power of allowing it on their panels and they laugh about it. It's sad.
they're saying this trajectory is, it's perfect. It runs behind the Proudfoot's neighbors. It's like the path is parallel from behind the Proudfoot's house. They go behind the neighbors and out between the two houses that lead towards the end of Stafford, where Stafford and Kellen meet.
Wanderer, it is Spirit Seeker Squad in the very bottom, John QQ, Brittany J, The Looking Glass Tarot, Voices Behind the Wall, and Spanky, aka Justin for No One. Clutch those pearls. Clutch them pearls, I think, actually. And this is on his Clutch Them Pearls channel.
I just don't know how they could say that's a trash truck when that's not even a road. You know what I mean?
That's what I was
that's
saying.
behind houses.
When they say common area, where is this common area?
That's what I want to know. Yeah.
Okay. So
It's right behind their house. Like when you're coming into the neighborhood, you turn off of the main road onto Kellen, and then you go up to Stafford and you turn left. They live on Stafford.
Does anybody have a Google map or a picture?
I actually made a little video to show where the flashlights were and where the car was from the
Oh, I want to see that.
Oh, yeah, she did. Yeah.
And everybody.
Maybe Justin can.
Yeah, if Justin could play that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, could we see that?
Sorry, Ben was timed out. And I'm
Yeah,
trying
I changed the timeout to 10 seconds so that he would be able to chat again.
This is the bravest show I've ever done. This is going to take every brain cell I have. There's 6 of those. There's 6 of these people spewing their shit. Brain cells? Yeah, I don't have much left. I'm like, we need an extra bank of brain cells. So if you guys have any to donate, that would be great because mine are depleting fast.
But I haven't seen him chat yet.
Justin, nobody times out Ben.
donates to all of us, and like he's a generous human being on the planet. I mean,
he didn't mean anything. He was asking something that you had said. He made a funny joke about it, and
And as I was rambling, Music City Mom, thank you so much for being here for 2 months. Duchess, thank you for being here for 3 months. Same with you, Mal. Thank you guys so much. Mal, you almost made me cry the other night, by the way. I didn't, though. I held it back.
Mal.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It was just taking long.
Yeah,
We have an address?
Don't delete anything unless they are being just vile, just vileness. People are allowed to joke. They're allowed to, all of that. That's not who we are here. Okay, what am I playing? Oh, Mandy's playing. There you go. Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, Aaron. Hey.
Do we have an address on this?
Everybody that came in, hello.
Okay, sorry. So this is the main.
Did he really just ask if we have an address on this? Like, oh my God, this is really suffering. This is, yeah, Ben George, if you ever get this memo, I'm all for you supporting your creators, all for it. But next time, if Duchess reopens her campaign, I think Clues is still running. I think they're good over there. But next time Duchess opens her campaign for billboards, could you please, for Sebastian, since you care so much, and I'm not being facetious, could you help with billboards? That would be great. You throw money around, so I figured a good cause, right? Ben George. I don't know. Ben George.
This is the main road right here. And then this is their neighborhood. This is the Proudfoot's house right here where the red thing is on this one. When you turn into the neighborhood on Kellen and then you turn left onto Stafford, the camera is at this house right here and it's aiming this direction. So this is,
and know that, sorry, you guys, I'm outside smoking, so it's windy. And know that is not me asking Ben George to donate to me at all, or Duchess. I'm specifically saying the billboards. Like, I am not jealous of any of that. None of that. I'm just saying, hey, you throw it at them, throw it at the billboards, dude. Then you're actually helping make a change, right?
the Proudfoot's backyard. And this is the common area. And it's not really a common area, but there's a big gazebo right here. And so the camera is aimed at this. I mean, it's their property and it's their property. And then there's like a drainage ditch right here. And so they call this the common area, I think, because of the gazebo. But so the camera is on this house.
Okay, hold on, you guys. I had a question. Anybody in my chat that has done a fundraiser on YouTube Chasing, are you still here? I don't know who's in here that's creators. Has anybody done a fundraiser in here? Do you see the video that they're playing and it says fundraiser underneath it? Does that mean that this is a fundraising video for a nonprofit organization that they're doing while displaying this video? Is that correct? Anybody know? And I'm genuinely asking. I can Google it, but.
And it's facing this direction towards the gazebo. So you'll see this is the car. This is not the actual car, obviously, but this is the car that's on the security footage, and it pulls in and turns and stops right about here. And this whole video shows all of that. It shows the security footage clips along with my makeshift of my fancy little car here.
Okay, so they're on Stafford Court.
Yes. Yes.
And then the camera.
Oh, Janice in accounting. Thank you so much. This says, I'll make sure she gets this. I'll clip it when we're done, send it to Duchess, and Duchess, I'll have Duchess send it over. If you see this, Katie, my heart is broken for what you are going through. Nobody deserves what these boobs have done to you and Chris. Absolutely. That's what I'm wondering, Revival. I'm wondering if that's what that actually means, if they're doing a fundraiser and what it was for. I would be interested to know. I'm not sure. Well, Straight Talker, it looks like a fundraiser straight off of YouTube, which means you have to have over 10K subs. And there's a list of nonprofits, I think, that you can pick. But I'd be interested to know what nonprofit they picked while using Sebastian's name. It would be interesting. I'm not shaming at all. Like, if that's what they're doing as a fundraiser, that's incredible.
Angle is coming off of
Stafford.
Stafford and what is it? Kellen?
Okay,
So you're talking about the corner house on Kellen Lane.
Is that what it means, though?
Which connects to Stafford Court. Like you said, you make that.
When that little green button is there, is that what it means? Is they're doing a fundraiser for sure? Equisearch. Oh, that's amazing, Cat's Eye. Actually, okay, I got to give props where props are due. That's incredible. I am really happy to see that. Well, it looks like directly to YouTube, though, Spivey. Is that a bad thing? Doesn't the money go straight to the Equisearch? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Okay. I thought YouTube fundraisers were good. I thought it went straight to the organization. Aaron, that's really sweet. I will clip these out and send them. And I will actually see if I can find, then they'll say, look, if they're sending money, you guys, please don't send money because I can't forward it to them. They would come unglued if I forward them money. Like, they would come unfucking corked. So please don't send your money to me. Maybe we could do a card or something together. I don't know. It's interesting. Good question, Mal. That's really a good question.
Sorry. That you make that left before you get to the house. So it's coming from that angle.
Okay.
Right. So it's sitting, it's right at this corner of the garage. So like right at the tip of my mouse, and it's aiming in this direction. So like I said, you'll see it in the video because I play the car movement, I play the ruckus video, I play the 3 security flashlight videos, the car, all of that is in here. So it kind of breaks it down for you.
Okay.
And I think the only talking that's in here is on the video that Justin just played.
She's playing, she must be playing this from her back office. I don't know. This is all weird. I just noticed that stuff because she's got an AI coach over here. I've never seen, I don't know what screen they're on. This is weird. I've never seen that.
Which is this part right here, Nick Barris's video. And there's a little bit of talking there, but otherwise there's not much talking.
Great.
I think it's just music. So I can turn the volume down if you want and we can play it.
Revival's right. We will get to where we are set up. Maybe I will just do my own for somewhere on this side of the United States too, and we could just do that. Let me talk to Duchess when things calm down for a little bit with her, and then we'll come up with something. But yes, don't send it to me, please, you guys. The messages are sweet. If you have a member's badge, you could use that to send it without money attached, but save your money and we'll do billboards. We need to get his face out there more places.
And watch
But thank you guys so much.
it.
Yeah, of course.
A kudo board, that glitter and gloss.
Now see the red dot moved. So now the red dot is on the house where the camera is. This is the Proudfoot's home right here. So now you can see it's
Sapphire. I probably have never updated it, honestly.
a little bit more zoomed in. The Proudfoots have a iron fence around their backyard. This house also has a fence around their yard. And then right here is this little drainage ditch. So the flashlights, we believe, are in this area right here. And the dog scent trail is also in.
Thank you, Spivey. I gotcha. Okay, thank you.
It comes out of the front, goes down this way, down here, right past where the car is parked, down here, and then all the way down this road.
Oh, so the dogs did pick up a scent.
They picked up a scent, but not Sebastian's scent.
There's no
Glitter and gloss. We could absolutely do something like that. That's a great idea.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to play it a little bit further. So this is our little pretend car here.
That's funny, Sapphire. I didn't even know that.
Okay, so I'll pause it here. So this is the car in the security footage. This is the taillights and this is the headlights. This is all the vehicles that are sitting at the house where the camera is, which is down here. The camera is aimed this direction to the Proudfoot home, which is this direction to the Proudfoot home. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, let me get that angle. I'm doing something on my side as well because I'm looking at Google Maps right now while we're walking through this because I'm looking at the angle.
Well, looking at this, doesn't this make it even more bizarre to you now that you actually have a visual?
Well, there's no way it was a trash truck.
I think so. And I'm not shaming anybody for taking notes, but it's a little late to be. I mean, we're almost, we're 4.5 months in. I mean, I guess I don't know. So what I've heard so far on this, guys, just to tell you guys what I know on this gentleman, supposedly he was in the Summer Wells case. And there's some questionable things that I've heard. I don't know myself, so I can't really speak on it. But that he hasn't been covering this case and just kind of popped in out of nowhere and now is doing these dream team panels with these guys, and Cher kind of jumped in late too. So they've been teaching her. I don't know. This is all weird to me. And they're just doing like a panel tour. I guess they've been on Cher's, Spanky's, Spirit Seeker Squads, John QQ. I don't know about the Looking Glass Tarot. I'm not sure.
Exactly.
There's no way it's a trash truck.
You guys are
That's what I mean. I can't believe they even try to pass that off. But I think it was you, Justin, and I got to give credit for this. I believe you had said, to be fair, we've never heard law enforcement say that it was a trash truck.
Yeah, we haven't. It was just Chris.
Oh my goodness.
You're not going to get a trash. You're not going to get a trash truck in the back.
I don't understand why that's anybody's
Yep. On with it.
That is not my audio. Just so everybody is aware. Who is? Oh shit! She doesn't know I'm live. I'm getting a phone call. She doesn't know I'm live. Shit. Hopefully she'll pop in here.
You want me to play more?
That's not my audio though. Their audio is terrible.
Okay.
Yep.
Here we roll. Okay, so these are the security clips that we have. There's 3 of them total.
This is
and they're in no order because I don't even think that we know the actual order. Like,
y'all, I'm letting a lot of this go because we've corrected some of this shit so many fucking times. It feels so redundant at this point. I cannot believe they are still stuck on stupid over this video. I really am tempted to just fast forward through this video.
In chronological order. There's the flashlight. We can see it moving. Here's the second clip. The flashlight moving back towards the home.
Meg, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is 4 hours long. Can we switch and skip through the trash truck? Are you guys okay with that? And them trying to dissect what this isn't? Are you okay with that? Okay. Okay. Thank you guys, because I can't with this. Oh my God. No freaking way, dude. No. Are you joking? Oh, we're 2 hours in and they get to an interview. Oh my Lord. This is not even what? They went over that for 2 hours? No, we're not watching every second. Fire me now.
Question for lying and exaggerating the truth. You just said that the CPS worker told you exactly what happened. So how did Sebastian lie? I'm like very confused about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how was Sebastian disciplined if he was on punishment?
He didn't elaborate into that and say what else. I would think the spanking would suffice, and that would be the punishment, right?
Right.
If you
Take
go
something
to,
or take something away from him.
But it's
if you go to where it says a comment on the screen will say something about Sebastian, what he wore that night to dinner. The CPS call is right there.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
oh hey,
No.
dude, hey,
There it is.
I'm
That's
already don't.
That's it.
Yes, Duchess.
To elaborate or anything like that. I just, that was the question.
They are feeding him. They are feeding, this whole panel is feeding misinformation over that light video repeatedly. And he sounds like he's taking notes. Yeah, so they are helping build the narrative. So they went from all of that for 2 hours, and now we're 159. Well, almost 2 hours. We're 159, and they're now on Smiley's World. Slimy.
That I had, and that has who is, has special needs and stuff.
New Mexico and Tennessee.
Look at him, so proud of himself.
2 states.
Yeah, 2 hours.
New Mexico and Tennessee.
And so and that did that include with Sebastian?
Tennessee, West Sebastian. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
In fact, Sebastian here. I'll just, like I said, I got nothing to hide. So Sebastian went to school one day because we were at the house. He got in trouble. He didn't have a belt on. I was like, "Where's your belt?" And got it. Whack. I got it. So he goes to.
Okay, so I want to say something there. I just realized he said Sebastian lied to him that he didn't, his belt. He took that he lied that he didn't wear his belt to school. Right. And Chris just said, Sebastian, where's your belt? I ain't got it. Whap. That's not a lie if he said I ain't got it.
So Sebastian was hit.
Yes.
School, he tells the teacher, they're mandatory reporters. So Sebastian, yes, ma'am. Okay. In fact, Sebastian here, I'll just, like I said, I got nothing to hide. So Sebastian went to school one day because we were at the house. He got in trouble. He didn't have a belt on. I was like, "Where's your belt?" And got it. Whack. I got it. So he goes to school. And he tells the teacher, they're mandatory reporters. So the teacher reports it. Mm-hmm. That afternoon, CPS shows up to the house while we're actually sitting down to eat dinner. Now, mind you, 15-year-old child. He's not real happy because he's in trouble, so he's being punished.
15-year-old child.
First of all, you're a 15-year-old child. Isn't the whipping the punishment, and he's still being punished?
Yeah.
Isn't the whipping the punishment, and you're continuing?
I am muted. Sorry. We are at the point where this is now, sorry guys, called whipping. They are using the phrase whipping. A one-time pop on the butt with a belt has turned into a whipping. I just wanted people to realize that.
To punish him?
Yeah. I never got a spanking and grounding. It was always one or the other.
Right.
Well, even if people do whip their kids, like, I mean, first of all, you should never, in my opinion, you should never
even if people do whip their kids, even if people, oh my God, Justin, you dramatic fuck.
But especially an autistic child.
There
But
you go.
a 15-year-old child?
There you go.
15-year-old autistic child. Come on now.
I mean, that would trigger Sebastian because he's autistic.
Well, true, but plus, like, he's so nonchalant about the fact that he just hit his kid.
No. Shut up. It was before he was diagnosed with autism. Doesn't matter. He's, I get that. But he had autism then too. I get that. But if we're going to be factual, we have to be factual here. The time frame that this happened was the belt happened. Sorry, I had to walk through the kitchen and they're making noise. The belt happened before he was officially diagnosed. So you cannot say a kid, factually speaking, you cannot say a kid with autism with that pisses me off.
Like,
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
I'm guessing this happened a lot.
He almost
Right.
tried to play that
I'm
off.
guessing that
Well, he says he only hit him once and once only, and only on the
Okay.
He hit his
To
wife's
me-
child.
No chance.
Because
To
you have the
me-
physical part and then you have the psych.
according to the wife, with no proof behind her story. She never showed proof of any of the claims she made against Chris. And I'm just saying it as fact. It's nonsense on the web, just the same as my YouTube name, glitterandgloss@gmail.com. I'll type it in just a second.
Psychological part going together.
Exactly. John, that
And
has
he lied to
been
Nancy
my-
Grace. Exactly. He lied to Nancy Grace and said, "Oh, I can't remember what I."
Yeah, he couldn't conveniently, but the issue that I had, and I want to stress this because people, I feel like, are so quick to defend this. You don't know until you have been around someone who's on the spectrum.
Oh my
When
God.
you
shut up.
like, if let me give you an example. If Christian, my 9-year-old,
Wow.
were to hit my 10-year-old who's on the spectrum, he's going to be upset for the next 5 hours.
Like
Okay,
it scars them.
That is not every child on the spectrum. That isn't, and why are we willfully disregarding all of this stuff? Oh God, I can't. Oh,
it scars them, absolutely. So I cannot imagine. It brings me to tears thinking about this child being hit with a belt by Chris Proudfoot. Y'all, we've
He
seen
said
this
he
man.
did it with his pants up, but I don't know if I believe that because why did he add that in there? And Mark's like still learning the case, but Sebastian was sexually abused.
He was.
Yes.
So another thing Chris says in this
that would make it triggering to be paddled on your butt.
yeah. Another thing Chris says in this interview is if Sebastian's room is not up to par, and if Chris has to go in there, he'll throw away all Sebastian's stuff that's on the floor
hold
and
up.
make him take it out to the garbage curbs.
Pause. Hold. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one, you guys. I really don't. This is going to infuriate me right here. I cannot believe this was just said. Oh, I'm going to rewind it. What the fuck is wrong with people? Why do they do this? I'm going back almost a minute.
5 hours.
Like
Okay,
it scars them.
It scars them, absolutely. So I cannot imagine. It brings me to tears thinking about this child being hit with a belt by Chris Proudfoot. Y'all, we've
He
seen
said
this
he
man.
did it with his pants up, but I don't know if I believe that because why did he add that in there? And Mark's like still learning the case, but Sebastian was.
Oh, that other guy that we're hearing is Cher's husband, Mark. That's the other male voice. I've been wondering where that was coming from. Gotcha. Okay.
Sexually abused.
He was.
Yes.
So another thing Chris says in this
that would make it
Okay. Why? What?
triggering to be paddled on your butt.
That would be what? How did we get here? Sorry, guys. I'm losing my shit over this.
To be paddled on your butt.
Yeah. Another thing Chris says in this interview is if Sebastian's room is not up to par, and if Chris has to go in there, he'll throw away all Sebastian's stuff that's on the floor.
Chris Proudfoot. Y'all,
I want to listen to this again. I really want to listen to this again because how did they get from one to the other? How did they make that jump or any? Oh, you guys, I don't think I can do this.
we've
He
seen
said
this
he
man.
did it with his pants up, but I don't know if I believe that because why did he add that in there? And Mark's like still learning the case, but Sebastian was sexually abused.
He was.
Yes.
So another thing Chris says in this
that would make it triggering to be paddled on your butt.
So that would make it triggering to be paddled on the butt. How, what? So what? I am gonna fucking lose my shit. You guys catch what she's trying to imply, I'm sure. Like, this is just, that's Cher. That was Cher. I might have to tap.
Another thing Chris says in this interview is
I'm
if Sebastian's room is not up to par, and if Chris has to go in there, he will he'll throw away all Sebastian's stuff that's on the floor and make him take it out to the garbage curbside and throw it away. He also,
why don't you play it so you can get context of what he said.
So when he first moved in with Katie and Sebastian, he was allergic to Sebastian's cats, and he made him get rid of the 2 cats.
Why not tell him about when Seth made him get rid of the dogs after the dogs drug him across the cement? And Seth said, you know, I was going to have him trained to help with my child with autism. Meanwhile, Sebastian wasn't diagnosed back then either. So why conflate that?
Chris brought in also, he used to breed snakes, and Sebastian had a snake, and Chris got rid of all of the snakes, including Sebastian's snake.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
And the person that they gave the snakes to came out and said, no, Chris, you did not tell us to keep this snake. We kept this snake because we figured one day Sebastian might, want it again, or, you might change your mind. And you could.
So we went from talking about, do you see what they're doing here? We went from talking about a one-time pop on the butt with the belt, and now they are trying to paint a narrative that Chris is the most horrendous, evil, consequence, punishment. He whipped him. They're power packing the punches of misinformation, one after the other. Not showing clips. These are the narratives that they are pushing, and this is the basis of their claims. This is why Chris is guilty. Hey, Jason. I don't know, Glitter and Glass. This is wild, though. They're taking the most salacious pieces to paint Chris as this abusive, twisted, wow, is all I can say. And meanwhile, completely not giving him anything about, well, Chris gave the cats away because he was allergic, but Seth was irresponsible, and he also gave 2 dogs away before Chris was ever in the picture. They're not
come and see it or whatever, but there was never any scheduling for him to come and see it. There was never anything because they didn't agree to that. The people that had the snakes were just nice enough to know that this little snake was important to this boy.
Yeah, didn't the guy who
so he told pieces of these stories, but then they've actually had other people that have posted posts about the snakes and stuff, and they ran with it.
He sold the snakes too. He told the guy to sell them all.
Yes, I've got the text. Yeah, I've got the text.
So when Sebastian was
they reached out to this person and obviously got in contact with this person,
disciplined and punished, where was the mother?
Stand by her man, like Tammy Wynette.
Or I don't know,
right? She has been very defensive about that. I did not let him beat him with the belt. Well,
I would assume that you would be too if you were accused of such a thing. I'm sure you would be defensive. In fact, I've seen you be defensive about when people have questioned you on things. I've seen you get extremely defensive. So I can only imagine if somebody was out here saying that you were doing and allowing things to happen. I can only fucking imagine the shit fit you would have. But it would be, this is what they're saying, guys. Can I have a 5x5 cha-ching?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's finish this right here.
So
I don't know if we're gonna do this.
He shows, he makes a report. They come to the house, and the lady who comes to the house is the same lady we've had. She's had a case before.
Had a case before. I believe that was in November or December of 2023.
Now, the case that was before was something that didn't even.
How would they know? How would they know?
Didn't even happen, and it's like 3 stories that were shoved into one. When they finally got it debunked, they were like, "Oh, he got so mixed up in telling one story, it mixed into 3 and it caused a commotion." Well, they canceled that out. So the one on me, she shows up, and I said, "Hey, how you doing? It's her again." She's like, "Oh, hey." She's, "Hey, I'm already don't." She's like, "Don't tell me anything, but I'm gonna tell you what I know happened." And I said, "Okay." She goes, "Blah, blah, blah." She told me exactly what happened. I said, "Yes, ma'am." She goes, "Oh my God." I said, "Yes, ma'am. This is how it's been."
This is how it's been. How has it been? It sounds like Chris is making it sound like it's been miserable. This is how it's been
happening more than just that once too.
Yep.
This
But
is how-
notice she said, she told me exactly what had happened. So I'm sorry, I'm struggling with how Sebastian's a liar if she told exactly what happened. And he said, yes, ma'am.
And then why does she baby him? Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Chris. I'm so sorry. Shame on you, Sebastian. You shouldn't come to school and tell us the truth. Shame on you.
And
oh my God. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this is real life. This is. This can't be the real world.
allegedly, this worker has been fired, but
Allegedly, this worker has been fired. So these fools took it as far as getting the CPS worker fired because they didn't think she did her job. Is that what they're trying to imply?
transparency, we have no idea why she was fired. If she was fired, that is what I believe Seth has said, but I'm just going to say allegedly she's been fired. And to make it clear, we have no idea if she left the coffee pot on too long. We don't know why she was fired.
Crazy thing is, in the Marvon story, they got a CPS worker involved in their Facebook group too.
So,
right. And he's getting ready to say he showed and then correct himself. I think it's this part right here.
Sebastian thought by telling on me, making it sound like I was so horrible.
Oh, you cut out.
You
cut out just a minute.
That I was going to get in trouble over something stupid. And I was like, no, Sebastian, you got punished, man. You got punished. And he was like, what? And I was like, you got punished. And the lady took him outside. She goes, Sebastian, just because you get in trouble and you get punished, you need to understand when you go and you say things about people and you lie, you fabricate things and you make it sound worse than what it is, sir, you can get in trouble for that.
I do not believe that.
Yeah, me either. Well, what did she?
You don't have to believe that. It still doesn't lead to the conclusions that you guys are jumping to. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe anything. Truly. That's why we have a justice system that's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Or you could also just take him at his word and understand that sometimes this stuff happens. It's not all these salacious BS claims.
Lecture him about when Chris just said out of his own mouth that everything she said Sebastian told her was exactly what happened. So what are you talking about?
Oh my God.
Yeah, what was the lie then?
They do it away from the parents. They aren't supposed to speak to the child when the parent is within view or earshot or whatever because of intimidation reasons.
What? So now we're trying to imply that they were intimidating Sebastian. That they were intimidating Sebastian because he probably was in the vicinity, right? Oh my hell.
So how does Chris know what the lady said to Sebastian?
Exactly.
So we had that happen. And the lady was like, I am so sorry. And I said, no, he's just a child. He's upset.
He's just a child. Make it
upset.
Watch us.
It is what it is. I'm okay with it.
You're not okay with it, Chris.
You know, he sat that back down at the dinner table and was like, see, eat your food. And we went back and everything's been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's showing how he was just so nonchalant about the fact that he struck his child.
Yeah.
Or his stepchild, I should say.
I'm not feeling well with Chris.
Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me right now? This is so out of line. No. That's not necessarily true. The comment on the screen, CPS would have talked to Sebastian at school with the teacher present before going to the house. That's not necessarily true. Oh my God.
Almost boastful, isn't he?
He's going back to the snake post from an anonymous member. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is the
Like you two, as men, would you guys allow a step parent to put hands at all or punish children like that?
Oh no, I would have been beating the crap out of him. And I saw Seth say in the chat he didn't let that.
Okay. Wait. Please. Oh God, I don't even want to go here. Why do people do this to themselves?
Happen. So I'm betting. I mean, if I had to put a theory out there, I'm thinking that Chris was afraid Sebastian was going to tell Dad the truth about what was happening in that house.
So from my understanding.
Wait a second. Is the one talking married to the one that lost her children to CPS? Is that correct? I'm not trying to talk about her family, but am I correct on that? Or is that just a rumor? I can't right now. This can't be happening.
then. And yeah, like Seth, you said that there was an agreement, no corporal punishment, right?
Okay.
Tori says, I'm a foster parent in Tennessee. I work with DCS. I do not believe.
Left her kids. Okay, so CPS didn't take her kids. Okay, thank you. That is correct, though. Okay, not a rumor. All right. Okay, moving on.
This one bit, Chris is
Thank
lying.
you.
And I do emergency foster care and have for almost a decade now. And I do not believe that either.
So
Was it ever a time Sebastian ever told his father that he didn't want to go back home?
Yes.
he did, but he didn't say why.
But he didn't say why.
Yeah. The weekend
Yeah.
before, last weekend that Sebastian was at Seth's house, he actually just shared that recently.
Okay, yeah, because I've been picking up different pieces for the last couple of days and listening to Brittany and Justin.
terrible.
I think I caught a couple of lives concerning this case. So I'm the new guy on the block. I'm just starting to put my eyes on the people surrounding the victim.
Yeah, same here.
Which is Sebastian. And it doesn't seem like I said, certain things I'm listening about Chris. There's certain things that I will learn about Seth, and there will be certain things that I learn about Mom, because these are the three people in his life. There's a triad here, which each individual plays a very important role on what affects Sebastian.
Yep.
Attitude, background, relationship, connection. And so far, just picking up what I've heard and watched and listened to, it doesn't seem like, and this is just me, my opinion, and if Chris is in the chat, you're welcome to chime in too. Things are not setting too well with him pertaining to what happened here.
I love how they make insults and accusations, and then Chris, if you're in chat, like they expect him to pop out and like correct their bullshit. Abso-freaking-lutely, Sapphire. Absolutely. That's the crazy thing. Abso-freaking-lutely. Like, this is just,
especially when you have CPS involved in January, December, and then this kid goes missing in February. Just out of nowhere, out of the blue. This is another Summer Wells walk out the door type situation, because there are a lot of comparisons here.
you know what? Also, there's comparisons too. So Betty's been pushing that theory with that photo. Have you guys seen that photo that she's pushing with the bruise on Sebastian's neck? You guys have to know what I'm talking about, right? The photo that she's been shoving in everybody's face with the bruise. That's a really good sized bruise on his neck. It's not a shadow. It is a bruise, it looks like to me. The interesting part is Chris wasn't home. We know that Chris, the last time he was home was February 2nd. We know that. Everybody has. Okay. They still want to push the theory that he wasn't home and blah, 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 blah. They continue to do that. No, he wasn't. Well, no. The last time he saw Sebastian, let me clarify that. That was the last time he had seen Sebastian. I think he left a couple days later. But let's take, for instance, Betty's theory about the bruise. Katie's hand wouldn't have made that big of a bruise. But you know who had him twice that month that he has confirmed now? Himself, Seth. What did Gabby say? What did the divorce papers say? Why are they absolutely overlooking the possibilities of those bruises and the timing and the photo? And Betty's shoving this narrative that somehow Katie did that. That is a way bigger than her hand. If you ask me, I'm not an expert in bruises by any means. But why push that? Why push that? She is pushing that theory so fucking hard. She's been doing it day after day after day. But if you look at it and you think about things, Chris wasn't home. His alibi, law enforcement, Seth, we know that they were where they said they were. We have no reason to believe they weren't. And Seth himself confirmed that he had Sebastian the weekend before he went missing and in the beginning of the month. Seth's own statements. I don't understand what they're doing. I really don't get it. And Betty is pushing that fucking narrative so hard. And it's like, Do you realize what you're really doing? But they're still hell-bent that they can prove that Chris was back in Henderson. Oh, come on, drop it. Like, obviously, if they were lying to law enforcement, like you guys are trying to claim they are, something would have changed by now. Something in this case would have changed by now. If what they said wasn't what the reality was, something would change by now. This would be a different type of investigation if they were lying to police. He passed a polygraph. Katie did also. They are absolutely brainwashing the new guy.
A lot of the same red flags, right?
A lot of the same little nuances I'm picking up. Phone calls, how 911 was contacted.
Survival, we never have. We never have, but we've heard the stories. And if you think about it, that is not something Seth has ever claimed either. He is never, well, I guess he kind of tried to go there about himself, but never Sebastian. Never. He tried to go there on BHBs about Katie to him, but never. And if we look at all the paperwork and shit from the divorce and all the things that has been said, that's a Seth thing. If you ask me, I just don't get why they're pushing that narrative. Truly.
Who called who? When boots were on the ground? How TBI responded? So I'm putting together just a little bit of a grid chart for myself to continue following the details, because the devil is in the details.
The devil is in the details, but you're not getting the details. You're giving, yes, she did, Sheila, absolutely. You're not getting the details. That's the problem. You're getting a one-sided narrative about Chris Proudfoot, who wasn't there.
Yeah.
And it's in the interviews. And I think, Justin, you were playing an interview this afternoon that caught my eye. When they were both sitting
Now it has not yet, to my knowledge, but I'm hopeful it will soon.
together, and I think it was done by Olivia.
Oh yeah, that's a very telling one. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I juxtaposed, if you will, superimposed that interview along with Stephen Stearns and Jennifer Soda.
Yes.
He wants to oh, this, you guys, I watched this. Tess, let me correct that. Why are you in here? You can't stand me. It's interesting that you're here. But you are correct on that. They have not confirmed, but they have not discounted that. And they both passed polygraphs, and the Secret Service was combing through all of their data. So obviously they have not made any to the opposite. So them not confirming, nobody being in jail, that confirms way more. And they actually, I think, have in ways with other things that they've said. That's me personally. And I said both Seth and Chris.
John, yes.
And started to see some similar patterns and comparisons
I see when
in the interviews.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's some body language in the interviews that Chris.
And also, yes, law enforcement didn't, but the PI did. The PI on the Web Sleuths interview did.
And Sebastian's mother did.
Nobody has said that anybody's in the clear. Everything is on the table. That is the last thing law enforcement said. All options are available. Everything is on the table.
That began to catch my eye. Him coughing was more of a trigger.
Yep.
Maybe let
Yes.
him know you're saying too much.
Yes, John.
Was Mark trying to learn this case? What
You're good. Thank you for that. But I don't know why you're watching me. I've seen you say some pretty horrific things about me in other chats. So I was just curious why you're here. I don't mind you being here or correcting me, truthfully, one way or the other, because you're correct. They did not confirm that with what they have said, I guess. But they've more confirmed it with what they haven't. And the PI also did. So I guess there's that. But again, it would be a different type of investigation if they were lying to police. We are almost 5 months in.
what would be? Where should he be directed? Where would you guys direct him to watch first for the interview wise?
And by the way, y'all, if you start seeing me address people in the chat, I'm fucking sick and tired of being talked shit about by people that I've never even talked to, don't know me, but because they don't like me, but they can't stop watching, they have something to say. I don't go into chats talking shit about all you people, but every time people get an opportunity to talk shit, they take it. And it's just gross because I haven't done shit to any of you people. I don't know you people. You have assumptions about me because of certain people you associate with. that I don't. I'm a little fed up with adults trying to be two-faced and bullshitting. You don't like me? Fucking stay the hell away. You can go correct your misinformation with your other buddies over there. Okay? Okay.
PDF file of every I'll send it to you, John, as well.
Yep.
Every single interview that Chris, Katie, and Seth has done.
Oh, that'd
Yes.
be perfect.
She's not even a lame. She gets along with a lot of people that I get along with, but she has a disdain for me. And cool. Just stay the fuck away from me then. It's just weird to see a grown adults in chats talking shit about you when you're like, who the fuck are you? What did I do to you? Oh, you assume that I had a falling out with XYZ because of XYZ? Okay, you assume that then.
And you need to also go to
Appreciate
Jessica Danielle, and Jessica Danielle did a really good job placing together the first 11 hours where she plays the dispatch audio. I think that's a good place for you to start too, because that kind of gives you a general idea of what was being said. They talk about how mom and 4 other people.
Did I mention in the middle of this that my give a fuck is officially broken? It is. I'm at the spot I got to with the Marvon story too. I'm done with the games. I really am. I'm so sick and tired of people flip-flopping over creators and doing crazy shit over creators. I'm sick and tired of it. There is victims being harmed by these people. There is no need for this shit anymore. Absolutely gross. It is so weird to me that people are more concerned about their like and dislike of creators than they are about the victims and their families and what they're going through. It is gross. So my give a fuck is officially broken. You want to be two-faced? You want to be weird? I don't care. There's a whole drama community. Like, do your thing. I mean, if you want to be Veda Jade, just say so.
Were at the house at like 8:30. I never figured out who the other 4 people were that were with Katie that morning.
And that was not to test. That was not to test at all. But there has been some shit being said in chats that is just like, wait a minute here.
But yeah, there's a lot. John, I would love to analyze some of these interviews with you.
Oh yeah, I would definitely, because that's what I picked up so far, and I've just been taking a look at this just this past week to try to get a handle on all of the coverage that you guys have been doing. Fantastic work to get this far, and to have interviews on.
Fantastic work to get this far. They have filled you with nothing but nonstop misinformation. Nothing that they have said at this point in time has been even remotely the baseline of the story.
You've got transcripts from those interviews. And to get to see the body language, the nuance, the attitude, the character building profile, if you will, where a lot of us content creators that do this kind of work.
And he is so proud of himself that he compared Chris Proudfoot to Stephen Stern. Stephen Stern. There is no comparison. We don't know that this guy did a fucking thing. Chris Proudfoot is being compared to Stephen Stern in John's latest review of the story. He pulls out these other interviews of horrific crimes with horrible outcomes. I still hope Sebastian is alive. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I'll pull that up. Look, I'm not going to just say it. Let me go grab it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me share this tab instead. Okay, so he starts off, and you guys can see what I'm looking at, right? So he is going through other horrific cases. He's detailing other horrific cases. I think this is, if I'm correct, the West Boys, Summer Wells. This is he's talking about some of these other cases. He goes in, he does some more, talks about other calls. Then he goes into, let me find it. Hold on. He talks about these other cases, right? I don't know much about these ones, but here he goes. This interview. He compares this interview to Katie and Chris. So he goes from this interview here with Maddie Soto's mom, Stephen Stearns, to Chris and Katie. Do you guys see that? So he goes from comparing Stephen Stearns, and here, I'll play what he says. Hold on. Let me pull it to the end so you can hear what he says. about the comparison of why he did that.
As powerful as this interview was, it captures a lot of information.
Bye, Jason. Have a great 4th of July.
Hence, we now know the truth as to what happened to Madeline. As unfortunate as it is, as people sit here and will try to evade the truth, to tell you their narrative.
This is wild.
They both knew what happened. Which now brings us to why we're here.
Okay, does he always talk like this? Those of you that are familiar, does he always talk this like dramatic too?
Sebastian Rogers, 15,
dramatic,
autistic, went missing from inside the house. We know where Stephen Stearns is today, don't we?
Okay, yes, okay.
I've always said in some of these cases, more so than none, the enemy is within.
Mm.
And I'm not trying to paint a different picture.
Oh.
But what I am doing here tonight
is
that we're studying behavior patterns.
Oh.
We're doing a behavior analysis during these.
Is he a professional in behavior analysis? Anybody know?
Tense moments when children go missing and parents have to make a statement.
Anybody know? I don't.
Let us begin.
You guys are educating me on this guy tonight. Like I told you guys, this was a requested thing. I don't know this guy. I didn't do my research on this guy. We are. Good night, Duchess. Get some rest. This is just what?
With the interview that took place.
Here you go. Just wait, runs with scissors.
Between Chris and Katie Proudfoot.
Oh, he is really dramatic.
And studying this alongside of what you've already seen.
He's worse than Pascal with the dramatics. And Pascal is good.
Preparing you just for this interview.
I will say Pascal is good at the dramatics, though. At least he's entertaining and he's got the voice for it too. Pascal is really
because now your mind is activated to look for everything that you saw in the previous interviews that I've shown you.
I see why him and Spanky get along though, because he also has that wallpaper effect like Spanky does. I get it. I get it. He's got the dramatics of Pascal with the pace of Spanky. We got a Spanky and Pascal. Okay. No
So
butterflies.
first,
I hear the
just
dramatics.
express, I can't even imagine as a parent what you two are going through. How would you describe the situation?
And forgive me if the volume is a little low. I was trying to give a volume boost. I've got the volume set high, so if some of it comes up low, it's just the way the interview was recorded. But the volume does come up a little bit from time to time. They are wearing microphones.
Oh gosh, come on.
A lot of content creators have gone over this interview on their channels, doing the same thing we're doing here tonight. I wanted to give you some comparisons to look for.
Oh. Okay.
As we begin, you know what you're looking for.
Okay. You know what you're looking for?
Situation right now. How are you coping?
He's about to tell you. Just wait. He makes me too, Sue. Too, Sue. Too
That's how
butterfly.
the interview starts. This is how the interview starts.
We know this. You just said that.
And we're going to do a deep analysis
deep
on everything that's happening here in this interview.
Okay, we're going deep.
I want you to pay careful attention
Breathe
as
in,
best as you can
breathe out.
to how the rhythm of this narrative is being played out.
The rhythm.
Because there is a rhythm in narrative.
Oh,
Context is very important here.
okay.
Body language is very important here.
Absolutely.
Eyes, breathing is
Ears.
very important here. Let's take a look.
His beard, make sure every hair is aligned perfectly. Otherwise, it's telling us something.
We're on a constant roller coaster ride of helpless and hopeless and many other emotions.
That was Michelle, right?
Never-ending roller coaster. It doesn't stop.
Now, she couldn't
No, butterflies
answer the
I'm
question.
torturing
She
us.
didn't know where to begin. She had to look at Chris for the answer.
Or maybe she was looking for support because she's extremely uncomfortable being on camera.
Chris now takes control of the conversation.
Well, of course, because that's her husband and he's an amazing partner and loves his wife. So he knows that she's struggling. So he fills the gap when she needs him to. That's called an amazing spouse. That's called being in tune with your partner. That's just called a real fucking man that loves his wife and is her rock at the worst moment in life.
It won't stop until he walks through the door.
I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Not anyone.
I know we're about keeping hope alive. I'm sure that's in there somewhere.
Just so everybody knows too, the timing of these videos. So it went from the Mensa panel, you know, the dream team panel of misfit after misfit, the 6 of them, to this yesterday, last night, I think. Maybe today. Hold on. When is this video from? Pause. Let me look. July 2nd. July 2nd. Yesterday. So it went from the Mensa panel to this by himself. And then tonight, he's hosting the Mensa panel. They're live right now.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Moonshine, me neither at this point.
He's going to walk through that door.
Breathe in, breathe out, right?
And this street will be flooded again with family and relatives all waiting to hug him, love him, and
that boy's gonna have more friends than he knows what to do with when he comes home.
These are nervous chuckles.
14,000 views. He's got 11K subs.
An important question. So there's high tension already building in their bodies. It's a lot of rocking on her part.
There's high tension building in their bodies. Meanwhile, they were probably this tense going in, being on camera, talking about this. I mean, my assumption, I don't think anything's building here. I'm sure they were just as tense sitting down to do this as they are now. I can't imagine the pressure and stress this would be to do an interview like this. I truly don't want to ever imagine it. But he is going to pick up on every single little thing and make it into something, completely disregarding people's trauma responses, fight or flight. This is all to paint a narrative in a negative direction against Chris and Katie.
His breathing is starting to accelerate.
So here we are, 8 days now searching for him. Walk us through that Sunday night that he went missing. So walk us through, we've got so many people who really want to know, okay, how did this happen?
Handmade by Love What's On.
That is the question. Walk us through what you know.
No, please don't.
Tell us, how did this happen?
Remember, he said we're going deep. I know.
Kind of just walk us through that.
What is this guy doing?
We were out and about that day. We were having a really good weekend. We got home. Everything was pretty normal. He was playing in his room. When I told him to go to bed.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He did.
Handmade with Love by Dawn. Were you in here when we were reviewing the Mensa panel? That's how I got told about this guy the other night in my live stream. That's how I knew that this happened. That's it. That's the only way
Nervous
I knew
chuckle.
who he was.
She never states what time they got home. Now she puts him in bed or tells him to go to bed.
Okay.
We had a good day. Thing was fine.
And
we got home. And then I'm telling him to go to bed.
Okay.
Notice Chris begins to look in her direction. Eyes down.
Are you shooting laser beams? Beam me up, Scotty.
He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you." Say goodnight to his puppies.
Watch his
a little bit
eyes.
later, I wound up going to bed, and when I woke him up for school, he wasn't there.
When I woke him up for school.
Andrea Mama 5, he does have a really nice voice. I will give him that. Very good voice.
Think about the statement. When I woke him up from school, he wasn't there.
Okay. And Norma.
How does that ring in your mind? When I woke him up for school, gives you the impression that she's looking at him when she did go to wake him up for school.
What? Wait, whoa, no, there ain't enough, no holy water to no, and no, we're not doing this.
How does that ring in your mind? When I woke him up for school, gives you the impression that she's looking at him when she did go to wake him up for school.
No, it doesn't. Wow.
And then she ends it, but he wasn't there. This is called a break in pattern.
Carrie, this is the first time.
You did one thing in present time, but now you're telling us something else.
What? This is called the power of suggestion. Nothing he is saying is even making sense.
Broken speech.
It's his tone, the pace of what he's saying. It is you forget the first few things he said. So by the time he's done and finished with it, you agree because you have no fucking clue what he just told you. And people buy this shit. That's not a joke. I'm telling you exactly what he does. He speaks in this very calm, calculated tone and speaks at a very slow pace. So you get the perception that he is controlled, accurate. People who can control their tone and have a great speaking voice and can, put themselves off as no emotion and keep that level tone. For some reason, a lot of people around these communities say that's somehow like intelligent. People are driven to those type of tones and the patterns of speech because it's not threatening. It comes off very truthful, when in reality, they're feeding you a line of full fucking shit a lot of times. Like, yeah, absolutely, Jujubee. Perfect way. Programming. Yes, perfect. You know exactly what I'm saying.
Chris is also looking down.
Music City Mom, right?
He's feeling something. And he'll continue to feel it because guess what he continues to do? As best that he can.
What?
So in your mind, that's usually around what time? When do you normally wake up? Around 6 o'clock? So were you instantly thinking something's wrong? Or were you like, he may just be already in the shower?
I took a
in the living
second.
room?
I took a second and walked through the house looking for him in case he'd gotten up and was trying to get breakfast or something, because he did that sometimes.
Right, Smiles?
About 3 minutes in, give or take.
Right,
I was on
Lauren?
the phone with my husband. I said, I can't find him. He said, what do you mean you can't find him? I said, he's not in the house.
Did you catch Chris? Let me play that again.
Oh my God,
He said, what do you
no.
mean you can't find him? I said, he's
Tension is building, and he is taking a breath.
My God, he's breathing? No. Like, I can't believe it. Y'all, he took a deep breath. It's gotta mean something.
Eyes are cut away from the interviewer. She can't find him. He begins to breathe.
He's not.
She can't find him. He begins to breathe. He was exhaling his breath.
What do you mean you can't find him? I said, he's not in the house.
He did it again.
And so at that point,
And she begins to breathe like she got that out.
Or that she's recounting an extremely traumatic event and they're both taking deep breaths to center themselves because they're reliving a traumatic event that just took place and their son is missing. You fucking fool.
Or something, because he did that sometimes.
Chris snickered. He lifted the side of his mouth.
Give or take. I was on the phone with my husband. I said, I can't find him.
Oh my God.
He said, what do you mean you can't find him? I said, he's not in the house.
He did it again. Wait, those ones aren't important? Well, the first one was so fucking important. So was the second one. What about the third one? Where are you, dude? Come on now. Oh, wait. Let it out. His eyes shifted.
You can
back.
hear it. They both took breaths.
No, they're
at the point of can't find him.
No.
This is what I call holding.
Oh, we've got names for this. You got to know when to hold them.
Omitting, holding, deep tension.
Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to fucking run.
There's lots of breathing in that statement. And it didn't take but a couple of seconds between the two of them.
We wouldn't know because you're on fucking slow mode and you're dragging it out. So we've been here for fucking 5 minutes, finished with this conversation, and you're still over there fucking deep breathing and throwing a fucking hissy fit about them taking a breath. Can we move on? We've all seen it. We're sick of holding.
He's answering, he's breathing. She finishes answering, she's breathing. If you caught that. I certainly did.
Oh, we know you certainly did. You've told us about it. You told your audience that that's what they saw. Shocker.
What's going through your mind?
While we were on the phone, and I was like, is he on the other side of the bed? The normal places he may be in the house, and he wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, hold on a minute. And immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department and made the report.
Immediately after that, we together makes a claim of calling the sheriff's department. I thought I saw a statement earlier that contradicts what was just said.
You probably saw a random Facebook post that's some bullshit thing. I don't know. But so far, we have not heard anything else.
And my eyes are between the screen and the chat, so
nothing like
I'm going back and forth. But yeah, he answers, watch her body language, because she's still responding, even though she's not talking. When she talks, watch his body language. Just go back and forth between the two.
Just shift your eyes really fast, really, really fast. All together now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shift them to the left, shift them to the right, shift them to the left, shift them to the right. Now, are you dizzy? So you can't understand what the fuck's actually going on because you're too busy looking back and forth? You don't even focus on what the fuck he's saying, so you just agree with it because you think it sounds good? The fuck, people? Come on.
It's very interesting, the rhythm that's going on here.
I ran all over the house, outside,
Stop breathing.
inside. I looked in every closet.
Within minutes they were here. They responded within minutes. And
Revival, put a 1 in the chat if you're currently breathing.
How would you know if they responded in minutes if you're at work?
Because he was on the phone. Are you joking?
3.5 hours away.
Did you not listen to him? Oh my, this is painful.
How do you know that? Within minutes, they were here.
Fucked. We're all fucked. This is what
within minutes they were here. They responded within minutes, and here we go.
Here we go. They responded within minutes, and here we go. Is his answer. That's a red flag to me.
Okay, why?
How would he know that?
He was on the phone.
You're at your job 3.5 hours.
What is this guy
away.
doing?
You're not there to give that kind of a detail. How would you?
He was on the phone. Oh man, I don't like this guy.
You know.
I think you guys did this to set me up for failure.
I'm sure you caught that too.
Oh God, this guy.
So you said you were on the phone with her, so you were not home.
No, ma'am. I was at work. I'm a tower crane operator.
Oh, wait. Why didn't you pause it there and say, well, I just got my answer?
And I was working in Memphis.
Wait, pause. You got your answer. Correct your information. Oh, he was on the phone. That's how he knows. Where you at, dude? Coming in clutch here.
Memphis at the St. Jude Project. So it's...
Wake up.
You know.
Earth the John QQ.
I have an earpiece in that talks to my phone. I have another earpiece in that does the radios. So when she was talking to me, it was like, what? I was confused. We talked about where he could possibly be. And then we went from there and led to calling the cops. And here we are now.
Within minutes, there at the home.
And here we are now. Nonchalant. Look at her. That's a holding. Eyes down, lids closed almost. Just about.
Hey, Harry.
Right after you made that statement.
So fucking what?
These are tells to me. They're strong ones.
These are strong tells. This is like fucking uni rock. This feels like watching uni rock without the laser light show and the fucking rocking music. I'm done. I'm sorry. I can't. Y'all suck. Nope. I know when to tap, and we are tapping on this guy. What in the Sam hell is this guy doing? This is dangerous. This is irresponsible, and this is disgusting. There is no need for this. No fucking need for this. There is a child missing. And he's playing games and trying to hypnotize his fucking audience or make him puke. I don't know if they've got a diet plan over there that this is just like his purpose is to make them all throw up because fuck, I don't know. Like, that's all I feel like doing. This is disgusting. There is no need for this shit. There's no need for this shit. Y'all, I am so frustrated with people over this situation. Like, I'm honestly starting to lose hope in humanity. Like, this is not even acceptable. There is a missing child here. There's not even a crime at this point in time. They're really, honestly, like, yes, at some point in time, it might turn that way. Everything's on the table. And Tess, thank you again for correcting my misinformation. But this is irresponsible completely. And the only one that this harms is Sebastian. Oh, Carrie, I'm so glad. This is ridiculous. This is sad. This is fucking ridiculous. Oh, yeah, T-Rev sucks, Aries. I've been saying that for a long time. People didn't like that either. I've reviewed quite a few of his things. The grimy shit he does is ridiculous. I'm just wondering which friend of his called in as Chris's cousin. Which one called in on the other ones? They've had all sorts of random stage calls over there, almost like every case. And you know, the crazy thing is T-Rev gets called out for it, but Crime Lies and Lines got away with it. The whole neighbor situation was faked. They know that, and they went along with it. These true crime creators do the grimiest shit for content and views. It's gross. I don't even call them true crime. Like, I don't even know what to call this segment of YouTube. Truly, it's not even, some of these people aren't crama. Like, they're straight up grime. Yeah, Austin, it's just wild. LARPing, yeah, that's a good. Sis, I don't have my phone. Kenzie, I don't have my phone. Sorry, guys. Kenzie and Kyle are wanting to know what I want. Kyle's texting you, sis. True grime, right? Yeah, Raising Grace, it's gross. Yeah, that's true, Aaron. That's true. That is very true. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, they all shamed me for outing that. Like, I got shamed for outing that shit. And I was trying to actually give other people a heads up. Like, this lady is bamboozling you all. At first, I wasn't even blaming everybody for it or knowingly going along with it. And then they knowingly went along with it because they were all extremely warned. I wonder if Chasey never got an apology from Jay for Justice for blocking her when she was trying to tell her, hey, that lady's full of shit. She even sent her a super chat. I wonder if she got her super chat back with interest. That's just some shit out here, though. Like, there is so much shit popping off, y'all. It's really disheartening. It's wild. It's wild. That is true, Aries. Yeah, that Michelle, I figured as much. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Reporter Room has been on it too. She has been just doing the most all the time. Like, it is so unfortunate because there's nothing new. There's no new information. So they're just making up or repeating the same stories or getting people involved so they can rehash and start at the beginning again. Like, it is absolutely maddening. And I get going back to the beginning. Like, that's realistic. If you're actually looking at it and trying to pick up like all the different possibilities, but that's not what they're doing. They're pushing a single soul narrative, and that's the only one. The runaway truth, it's sad. I've been off here for a couple days and it was really nice. Well, I knew a little bit that was going on from bits and pieces, but I was busy. So, hey, Minnesota Greg, happy 4th to you too. Oh yeah, y'all know Nana's not drunk. On top of the gun situation, that should be. But you know what? The sad thing is he'll be fine. He'll bounce right back like Zab girl. Like, people are so involved with creators and they start hating creators based on nothing because their other creator friend might have had issues with them, or they start blatantly hating other people because of false narratives that they're being fed. And people are just okay with it. And they take up for these creators, meanwhile doing harm to all these families. Like, it's just the wildest thing. Like, the parasocial relationships that creators develop and creators are willing to stand beside each other doing the most fuck shit, exploiting these families. Like, it's just wild to me. Brittany was saying tonight that she didn't have a problem with T-Rev up until just recently. And Smoke had gone on her panel and told her, you know, that he was going to email her. He sent her an email. And I guess in the email, it had said, called him a bunch of names about like autistic something, like bad names that supposedly T-Rev had sent Smoke. And she was like, I was done with him then, but I didn't make a stink out of it. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't nothing. So you let this guy that you know is being verbally assaulted, is basically what you're trying to say now, and called all these names. You let that go behind the scenes, but now you want to make a statement because you don't agree with him faking calls. And you were done with him privately because you're a mom of a child with autism. So you just ignore that and don't stand up for somebody on the spectrum, right? When they come to you, obviously, to tell you what your supposed friend is doing. But now that everybody else has seen him publicly be outed, now you have something to say. Like, fucking bullshit. If she could have maneuvered that to be friends with him, and yeah, bullshit. Sorry, not buying it. Seth is in the chat tonight too. Like, it was just whatever. Like, ridiculous. Somebody alerted to me what was going on, and I was like, yeah, no. No, Terry, I don't. I do not. I need to go look at that. Thank you for reminding me. I need to go look at that again. Yeah, exactly, Raising Grace. It doesn't benefit her to pull her support, because if you pull, like she did today, publicly, because it got pushed, but she was okay with, you know, she wasn't okay with it, but it wasn't bad enough to bring it out publicly. It's like, what the fuck, man? Oh, Angel, thank you. Right? Y'all, Nana's not drunk. I haven't even seen all of that yet. I haven't even watched all that. I have not even remotely caught up on everything that's going on. And the little bits and pieces that I have are not good. So I'm like, I don't even know what to expect. But I'm not shocked by it. I'm glad that it was outed and there's proof. I'm really glad everybody's been talking about it. That's a huge issue. Like, these are major things to be doing, and it has been happening over and over. Look at Sweetie Pilo. Nobody gave her any attention. She came out here and made huge accusations against Chris. I think Queen and I were the only ones that covered that. Like, that was horrifying. There might have been more, but that I know. Dietz might have too, actually, now that I think about it. There might have been a couple more. There might have been Dietz. I don't know if she did or not. Don't quote me. I know Queen Bee did. But these are huge accusations against the family. And it's like the ones that are against the creators get more attention. It's wild to me that the family just continues to have shit thrown at them all day, every day. It's wild. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to get off here. Angel, it's just annoying. Like, it's so annoying. And nobody gets it truly anymore. Like, and I honestly am just fed up with like people fucking randomly hating me for no reason. I don't know you people. I've never done shit to you. Like, if I've talked shit to you, that's a different story. But there are so many people on this app because they have these perceptions of me from other people. I don't give a fuck what you think about me, but to continue on doing, like, I've seen some of this shit lately from those chats, and I'm just like, I'm fucking over it. I am over the shit. I haven't done shit to people. I don't play or entertain the fuckery in the back end of shit. I don't do this shit. I do what I do on here. I talk to a very select few people and I keep it moving. I'm fed up. And it's really sad because there should be so many people screaming at the victims. Not at the victims, that's happening. For the victims. Like, this has got to stop for the victims. But, there's just going to be the next case that they all hop on, and it'll be differing ones that hop in and exploit it from the start. Terry Dean, thank you for being here, and thank you for being a member. Yeah. Ava, I did. Sapphire, I know you get it. I honestly appreciate you so much in this space. Truly, I really do. I really do. Like, there's so many of you that get it, and I just gave up. Like, my give a fuck has broken completely. Like, the harm being done is just insane. It really is. It's so sad. And when you watch the worst of they just want to hate these people for no reason. And then they call us the haters. What? Like, how can you? I don't even know. It's wild, but I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy 4th of July tomorrow. Please be safe. Don't drink and drive. Consider other people on the road. Enjoy the fireworks and your barbecues or whatever you are doing. And thank you for joining me. Another painful one tonight. But we will be, I don't know when I'll be live again. We'll see what Saturday is Kyle's birthday. Friday, he's off. So I don't know if I will see you guys again until next week because we are doing something this weekend for his birthday, but I will see you guys soon. Happy 4th, everybody. Be safe.